for the immediate short term, that regulatory overhang and the whole sort of, refocusing from the government's point of view in terms of where these companies are going to sit within social society means that you've got to look very, very carefully. And I feel that the sort of more headier, earlier 2021 days of just investing in any China TMT play seems to give you some relative upside. I think you've really got to look at. In specifics, we would much prefer to be on the online gaming side rather than on the online streaming or on the online media, as we feel that is going to be probably a little bit better chance to sort of overcome and navigate through a regulatory overhang hurdle. The e-com plays as well, again, and especially some of the big ones that are always highlighted in terms when it comes to the regulatory crosshairs, continue to say at least for the short term, to remain a little bit difficult to start to play. But again, trying to sort of broaden the horizon in a defensive manner and try to look at the consumption plays, the consumer plays, especially domestic-only consumer plays, and really try to play the new policy that's coming out of Beijing in terms of sort of social prosperity, and try to look at relatively new economic sectors that really haven't been at the forefront, especially of international investors' point of view going forward when they look at China.
Okay, so you like the new economic sectors, the consumption plays. Omicron, does that somehow change the narrative for China when it comes to expansion in the mainland?
I think so, and I think unfortunately, 2021 is a continuation of volatility hits when it comes to the market, and I don't think we can discount Omicron whatsoever. I feel that we got over the line when it came to the Delta variant. The market had relatively priced in the Delta variant, and from a degree of underweight versus overweight China, I felt in the last couple of months that we were starting to gain a little bit of optimism back into the market, and that sort of that underweight stance was starting to come off a little bit. Omicron changes that yet again, right? And again, with the zero tolerance policy vis-a-vis the virus, not just here in Hong Kong, but also on the mainland, I feel that we're going back to a cycle where we're looking at domestic consumption plays solely, rather than sort of broader brush plays when it comes to potential, again, in new economic standards, in terms of companies that have got a much more of a global footprint to a degree when it comes to their earnings. So Omicron, without a shadow of a doubt, and then add in inflation and what we're going to see from that from a global point of view. Equities globally probably has a bit of a pessimistic short term ahead of it. Optimistically, medium term onwards, again, we would still look at China as to be the place where we feel those resilient earnings are going to be able to overcome that sort of re-rating risk and or potential virus concerns going forward.